base hitting tutorial. As you can see, our first step is going to be to select a target, and we've selected our target right here. Next, I'm going to move my ships to a friendly sector to keep them from being spotted while my backup travels to the base I'm trying to hit. Sometimes it's a good idea to travel to the coordinates of the base you're going to hit in a friendly sector, so you're not spotted crossing the enemy sector. Alright, my backup has arrived, so I'm going to move my ships back to the enemy sector. Now the names are kind of hard to read, but you'll see as I move my ships into position that my backup has arrived. He's waiting here for me. I'm going to move my fighters and my malefactors into position. My job while my backup hits will be to watch overhead. To do this, I will keep my eye on the mini-map up in the upper right hand corner to make sure that I do not see any enemy movement from any enemy ships. If there happens to be movement, I will recall my malefactors to keep them from harm and ensure that George can safely pull his malefactors back before he gets hit using my fighters. If that means attacking someone knowing that I'm going to lose and simply battling them for 5 minutes and trolling, then that's what it means. Now, after you're sure that the minimap is clear and that you have no enemy ships incoming, it's a good idea to check the battle, especially if you're going to hit, so that way you can plan your attack based off of what your backup is doing. As you can see here, our best bet's probably to come through this bottom corner, since that's where he's going to hit first. While watching this, I'll formulate and locate guns, which are on the outside of the base there. You don't want to spend too much time watching the base, because you don't want to get jumped by enemy fighters as you're sitting there watching the battle, as interesting as it may be. I'm going to continue to watch overhead. If you need to zoom or unzoom, there's a slide here that will zoom out on the mini-map so that you can see more and see enemy ships coming from farther away. Now that my backup is finished his assault, I'm going to move my ships into position and attack. I've decided to attack from the east. That way I have less travel time. As I said before, we are going to just punch up the middle, and it's usually a good idea if you have a backup that goes through and punches a hole. It's always a good idea to follow that same hole, unless tactically there's a good idea to do otherwise. That way you're not wasting time destroying extra pylons and defenses. While I travel up to the base, I'm going to go back. I actually paused while I did this. Go back and recall my fighters to keep them from jumped while my backup covers me overhead. My first step when I approach the base would be to take out this res depot. That way I can move in over top of it and have access to the guns. I have to apologize for the lag. My video recording software doesn't agree with the game very well. Well, after I've destroyed this res depot, I'm going to move over top of it so that I can have access to the guns with my lasers and bombs. It appears necessary to take out this other structure in order to get closer to that far one in the back. Just see me move into position. When you are on bases that will require you to move move from gun to gun. It's always a good idea to move to your next target while you're destroying the next, or the one you're currently working on. That way, you're not wasting any time moving. It's always the best idea to take the guns down first, so you're not being shot while taking down buildings if possible. But every now and then, you may have to take down a building in order to get close enough to a gun. After I've destroyed these guns, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit in the video, so you'll see some of these buildings drop pretty quickly. Generally, you want to make your first target any of the res depots if you can, to maximize your hull. After the weapons, that is. Remember, reactors will take down any barriers that are generated by barrier generators. And barrier generators will take down, obviously, the barriers covering structures. As you can see, we've had full victory and we managed to completely destroy our enemy. Thank you for watching the tutorial, and please tune in for any more we may have.